this is my old Fat Boy battery. Let's see what it's got in her. Right, it's telling me I've got, I don't know if you can see that, can you? Got 13 volts in it. Oh, it says it's got 13 volts in it. It's, once I try and crank the bike over it, that sort of goes, so it loses its cranking power. Anyway, there's that's what I'm gonna bench test the camera on to see what the image is like and set up the camera settings. These are handy little things to have, these tweezers. Okay, the gig card goes in here, and you see that it's got a nice waterproof thing on it, so if you do get caught out in the rain, right, it's got a little nodule that goes into the camera there and then locks down there. Push that firmly. Yeah, to give that a good old, give that a fair old push down because of that rubber thing, but that locks that in place. So the cameras, you can't really muck up on that. You can't see it. There's a tiny little groove there, tiny little groove in here, tiny little groove in here. Can't see the bloody thing. It screws up. It's got a waterproof seal on there, I don't even noticed. So that's the front camera. Blue one is the green. Again, same there, it's got that little nodule on it. I mean, you can twist it and then find the location nodule and then push it in. So both of those done. Of course, the camera is the same, it has the location nodules in there. Now the thing is, I'm probably going to have to undo all that later to thread the cables through. Well, maybe I won't, maybe I can do it without doing that, because obviously there's a risk every time you pull those out with those tiny little barbs there, you can end up fucking bending them, and then you're in fucking shit street because your cameras ain't going to work. There you go. So let's get a couple of crocodile clips for me battery. I'll put a little O-ring electrical connector on there later, and I'll take that off and put an O-ring electrical connector on there, because these have a habit, obviously when you take undo the battery things, they have a habit of slipping out. Earth on first, and then live. Right, it says, oh there you go, it's doing something. Oh, I was doing something. Okay, please format SD card. Okay, so let me see, menu button, menu, I'll see up and down the menu. So let's have a look. It's over a bit, I don't know if you can see that a bit better. Right, okay, so we're going to set the speed unit. So we want miles per hour. Okay. Right. We got speed units, reset, format card, variation. Clock settings, it says 26:03:17. So 13:48, which has picked it up on the GPS. So it already knows that, it's picked it up on the GPS. So that's handy. Right, okay. Right, please format SD card. I thought I'd done that. Now it's giving me, already it's picking up on a GPS in my shed. It's giving me the longitude and verticals, and it's got the time here. Blah blah blah. So right, let's see why we got to format the. Right, what I didn't do like a cunt. I kept it on the X there with the buttons here at the side there. I've got to move out to format the SD card, so go yes. Now I'm surprised I didn't notice that before. It's processing the SD card now. Now it's formatted complete. Okay, right. Already I think I've got split cameras, so there's, oh, which one's that one? That's that one, that's the front. Right, I'll look at that in a minute. That basically is my camera set up, and that doesn't look, that looks quite a good image on that camera. Now why's my rear one? Maybe I've got to go into settings. I'll have a look at that in a minute. Right, so yeah, it's picking up everything. It's got the satellite signal there, so I'll connect this later to my phone. So yeah, so everything's dicky-dory. So right, power off, let it charge up. Oh, okay, short press for the camera. Recording. That's recording now. When I do another press, I think. Now it's recording. Stop recording, another press, and then a long press, turn it off. Yeah, well, still some things, I've got this on my tripod, still some things I've got to work out, because like a cunt, you know, you all know I'm a cunt, I don't read the instruction manual, because I think I fucking know it all, and of course I fucking don't, but it's old people, we fucking know it all. So I'll have a read of the manual, see how I'll get front and rear cameras, and I'll go through that later. Anyway, as usual, you know what you can all do. Yes! I've set up the camera. So now I've got rear lens, half a screen, and front lens, half a screen. Now what you've got to do is you've got to go into, oh fuck it. So what I've done, I'll say it again, I've set up the camera, so there's a front camera. Front camera, you see that there, moving up and down, and the rear camera, up and down, up and down. Sorry about the shitty video. Now to get that, what you got to do is you've got to go into the menu, go into the menu, and you select display type. Now in there it gives you various displays, and I've set it on right, R left, F right, so front and rear. So it gives me half a screen each side, but you can do smaller frames, you can do front camera only, rear camera only, whatever, but I've done it on how I've done it, so it's up to your own preferences. So go back to normal. So there you have it. So now I've got my front camera. That'll be my front camera. No, oh, that's wrong. So yeah, I've got to make sure I get that right. So yeah, there's my front camera, and my rear camera. Where am I? Oh, I've got to make sure I get that in right. Where am I? There. So yeah, there'd be my rear camera when I get that sorted out. So yeah, so that's that all set up. Set up the Wi-Fi. You can do it on this gizmo here. It obviously says at the bottom there your Wi-Fi, but mine's connected up automatically. So I don't know what that's using. I've got no idea what that's using, but it's automatically. So let me just turn this off for a minute. So it's a long press to turn it on. I've turned the fucker on now. I just want to charge it up a bit, or have I charged it off? Right, now long press 3 seconds. Right, it's turned itself off now. So I'm leaving it on the battery to charge it up for a minute. But I was surprised that, I don't know what GPS it's fucking got itself on, but it was quick. I mean, as soon as I turned the camera on, it located a GPS signal. This is coming from my RV, but I haven't had to put a pin code in to power it. It just seemed to have done it automatically. So whether it's automatically GPS and it just automatically comes off the satellite, so I don't know. obviously probably the Wi-Fi then is so I can download images to my camera. It's another thing I'll have a look in and probably let you know, but at the moment I'm just fucking happy how it is, so I don't know if I'm going to bollocks around with it much more than that. So the next thing will be when I get it put on the bike and show you all. As I said, I think I cross-threaded about one of those little fucking nuts. If I have, I'll have to get my kit out. I've got some kit there that can do the re-threading, so I'll re-thread that, and fingers crossed it should be okay. Yeah, what have I decided to do? I think to make it easier to get things on the bike to thread the wires through, I've disconnected it all. And those images you saw, that's with that still that protective cover on there, so it should be a lot better time I get that off. And the cameras have got protective images on there, so there'll be a lot better images when I take them off. So obviously the hard part is trying to get the bike up straight. I might have to call the other half out while I'm holding the bike up, and then she can move the cameras around slowly till I get it right, then I can nip them up. Something I'll have to see when I get them on the bike. Or I suppose I could, the cameras are marked. See, I don't know if you can see it, there's a little nodule there, so I presume that's the top. That's the top. We'll see when I get it on. See, another thing, I didn't fucking look. I don't look, I just think, I got fucking steaming fucking in there. Remy, pick up a punk. Anyway, that's that. I'd imagine that little marker there is for the camera up. Said very good quality cameras. I'll show you the other shit when I get it off, and you can see the difference between the two cameras. This was a bit more expensive, well, double the price, more than double the price, but as my old girl used to say when she was like, Mickey, you pay for what you get, son. Yeah. Of course, what I didn't fucking think, I've seen now, if I'd left it all connected, if I need to use this bracket, if I can't use the old ones, which I probably can't, I would need to get that in there, and obviously to do that I would probably need, oh, I could do it I suppose, but I've got to undo these little brackets, and they're quite very well made. See that? They're quite very well made, and they come with spare screws and other parts. They come with double-sided M3 tabs, so you can stick it on here if you want, but I'm going to put mine where I got the other one, on the rear number plate. On the rear number plate, you'll see I'll have to undo that. I don't know which way I'm going to go in, or whether I'm going to go in that way or that way. We'll see when I get it there. When I fix that. So yeah, it was probably easier for me to unwire it or then thread the wires through rather than try and leave them all connected, and that would be making work for myself. So yeah, in a kit you get, as I said, you get these little pads. Get the little pads. You've also got little fixing screws there, and you've got a spare couple of the little Allen key screws. You get Allen key there with it. And there's two other types of other mounting brackets you get with it. So there's the handlebar grip. Obviously, two of those little black screws for all that. Goes on the back of there, with those two spare Allen bolts. That's what they're for. I had a look at my other mounting. It's a bit small, so I can't use that, so I've got to change the mountings. No fucking drama. I'll get it done. So anyway, I'll get on that in a minute. There's obviously be it all bit in it, but this obviously this camera is a lot inferior to my other camera. This one, they push in these things, these fittings. It's not as good. Oh, fuck, I'm gonna get them out, I don't know. So right, that's got to come off from there, or I'll see if I can disconnect the cameras first. No, it's no fucking good, it's going in the fucking bin. So I'll just cut those off. So the other ones, as you saw, had the waterproof. The new camera has got the waterproof little O-rings on them, and it slips in, and they tighten up nice and tight to keep them waterproof. This one's, as I remember rightly, they just pushed in connection, so I'll try that first, but I don't think I might try and get rid of that, but I think, nah, it's going in the fucking bin. I'm just going to cut the fucker out. I won't go through all the bollocks of wiring up. I'll just wire it all up and then show you the end results. A quick update. What I'm going to decided to do is I'm going to, as I said earlier, I'm going to cut these wires because this camera's no good. I'll tape my other wires onto that and then pull them through because it'll make it easier. Last time I had to feed it all down through there, come down through here, through there, under the tank here, there, through there, up through here, and the rear camera. You can see the rear camera there. It's only a small one. Actually, I'll go and get one of the other cameras so you can see the difference in sizes. There's the new camera. There's the old camera. Now, you can clearly see the difference in the cameras. These new ones, definitely a much better bit of kit. And I'll try and find out where I got them from if anybody's interested. Not that I get many people look at my shit because it'll drive them insane. Yeah, I mean, I suppose you could look at this and find it out for yourselves, can't you? All you guys that are technical. What do I call that? Oh, so it doesn't actually. I'll find the eBay link for you and put that up if you're interested. But anyway, I'm gonna have a cup of tea and then I'm gonna get on with that. Bit of an update. I'm slowly getting the wires through. It's quite a few hours work this because you need to hide the wire. I had to that camera's going to go up there and it's got to come thread up through here and then come out here, and then I've got the old live wires down here. They've got the thread up underneath the tank up here and through here. The rear camera is mounted there, comes down there. You won't see that obviously with the seat there, and that comes down here, goes through there, goes through under the tank, comes out here, and then comes up through here. That's the rear camera. It's taken me about an hour. Obviously I've used the old wires to help me thread the new wires through by putting a tape on either end and pulling it through as best I can. And now I've got to do the front camera, power supply, and then tuck all the wires away that'll go back down inside here, out of the way, and then put the camera on. But yeah, so we're getting there, slowly but surely. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, it's taken me a good hour to do all that, thread all that through. So carry on. Oh, what was on my side? Yeah. Table ties, gaffer tape, wire cutters, cable cutters, screwdrivers. Oh, yeah, it's getting there. Hopefully I'll have him all done tonight. Crack on, boy, crack on. Just another handy bit of kit. Is the old coat hanger. That's very handy for like wiring, getting down into the little gaps and putting a bit of tape on it and pulling it through. There's probably some of you already fucking know that. Alright, well that was a little bit easier doing the get out sunlight. That was a bit easier doing the front camera and the power. So they're all up through here now. So I've got power, rear camera and front camera, so they're all coming up through there, so everything will tuck in there nice and tidy, and the camera will go on here in a minute. So that's that done. Oh, getting there, son, getting there. That was a lot easier. It was a lot quicker to do that. Fucking sun there. It's a gorgeous day out there today in my land. Sun shining, Trees are starting to blossom. Summer's coming. Thank fuck for that. But there's no gravy on the plate, is there, to dip your bread in? The fucking government's taken that as well. Once upon a time, there's a little bit of gravy for us, wasn't it, at the edge of the plate, that you could get a little bread and dip that in there. Then they took the bread away and you lick the gravy. Now they wipe the plate fucking clean. And by this time fucking next week, there's not even going to be a plate. I'm going to fit a couple of bits. I'm not going to fit this. I don't think I need this. This is like for if you want to get on your GPS and do other things. I suppose I might think about fitting it at another time. But now it's the brackets going on, and then the camera. So that's the next stage. Then fit all these plugs, wire them up, and see what happens. Bang! You cunt. Just another little thing to do, so you don't lose them. These little things here. Yeah. Take them up to there, otherwise they'll end up dropping right down the cable, and you've got to pull a fucking cable out and get them again. Just another little snippet, so we're nearly there. So, turn him on. There you go. So there's front, and there's the front camera, rear camera. Obviously, I don't know if the other video went, but I've got to, obviously when I get everything back together and tidy all those wires up down there, and wire that in permanently, and lift the bike up so it's straight, so you can see the cameras look. Oh yeah, that's looking at the trolley, so I might just twiggling around. The front camera seems to be that's looking at the trolley. The front camera seems to be all right. Well, as I said, I'll straighten it all up in a minute and then do another video. Right, I don't know why that's gone off. I'll check that. I think it's probably because I've got to set the timers on when it stays on and goes off. So that's all done. Let's put it all back together now and tidy it all up. Right, finally finished. It's taken me about
Daughter of Eve, are you sure you know your way from here?
about two hours to do that. Nearly 3 hours, I think, because I've had to weave the wires in all different places. But anyways, and thread the wires up. There we go, it's all finished now. All the wires are nicely tucked in there. That's on there, that's working fine. And we put that on again, turn him on. Where is it? Yeah, spot on. So I'll straighten those cameras up, but they're not too bad. There's something that bites at an angle, and I've got to turn the steering bars on it, but that's probably wants a little tweak, and I'll tighten them up in place when that's done. Maybe you can see that. There's the GPS, it's picked up on it straight away. It's amazing. It gives you everything there. Like, there's a time and date. That tells you some sort of old bollocks, the number of it. Down here we've got time, date and time again. So yeah. Oh. Turn it off. Red light goes out, so it's turning off, so that's all nicely tucked away. All the wires are all threaded underneath the tank. You can't see them now. We'll go through there, underneath there. The back one, you can see it there. Not much I can do about that, but yeah, fucking it. So let's turn this thing around. Now, there. Yeah, that's the thing I don't like about these fucking stands, that if you don't get the right angle on the bike, it can fucking roll forward off that stand, so you've always got to sort of like turn it that way. And that's the tool roll back on. He's all there now. Everything's charging up. It's all nicely full, yeah. So, it's all done. Yeah, absolutely fucking gorgeous. It's a bit of a polish now because I've had me hands on places. I've left some greasy fucking finger marks. Right, what I've got to say, if I use my other phone, which I use what I'm on now, for recording, I can probably show you how the Wi-Fi turns on. I'm going to try it. So anyway, let's go over here. So you turn your camera on. it'll record automatically when you see the little blue light flashing. Now I'm not sure whether I have to stop it. If you have to stop it, just little press on a button and that stops the recording. But to do the Wi-Fi, see if it goes to the Wi-Fi without me stopping the recording. Sometimes I think it does, I'm not sure. So let's try it. Go to your Wi-Fi, turn your Wi-Fi on, and location, and then you look for your Wi-Fi and connect to that. Yeah, it's connecting. So let me turn, I think I'll just turn this off. Fucking arsehole. Right, there you go. So it's on my phone. Let me stop recording. I'll just stop recording and see if the Wi-Fi stays on. So just give this a little push here. Oh, get my phone right. One push. Alright, so the Wi-Fi does stay on. So there it is. So yeah, what you've got to do, and it says it's recording, so we'll stop that. You can stop this on your phone, stop recording, and then you go to, where are we, go to camera files. There's nothing in, oh yes there is, there's a couple there it comes. So I don't want any of those in there because I was just fucking there you go, the files will come down there. You can go down here, delete, yes. You can also you can find your location there. What's this one? That tells you what speed you're doing, where you are, blah blah blah. So yeah, you've got camera settings here, so loop recording, all that stuff there in the menu in the settings. And I'm not fucking brilliant. You've got a microphone here so you can talk on it as well while you're recording on your cameras if you're away from it. You can take photos or you can record. So yeah, there's a quick one there then. So I'm just going to shut that. Data, Bluetooth on, data and location. There's the Wi-Fi, so it works on its own Wi-Fi. Fuck no, that works like that. Probably fucking spying on you, but who cares? I mean, everybody's spying. Every time you drive down the road there's a new fucking camera now, face recognition looking at you. We are really becoming fucking controlled state, eh? Ain't back like in the 50s or 60s, boys and girls, is it, eh? Fucking Guinness labeling in your tax disc holder. Oh yes, tax is in the post office, I've just sent it off. Yeah, fuck me. Anyway, you know what you can all fucking do. You can connect that camera to your Wi-Fi, which is quite easy. When you read how to do it, don't be a cunt like me, because you know I'm a cunt and think you're just going to do it. You can use on your phone's data. You don't need a Wi-Fi in the doors or dongle. So go in your phone's data, location, Bluetooth, and it picks it up just like that. As I was saying about the cameras, when you look on the camera app, you can swap from front to rear cameras, but also it helps you set your cameras up so you can get it straight and get a perfect picture. Now I'm pretty pleased about that. That's all done now. New camera on, a much better camera than the other one. As I said, buy cheap, get cheap. So there you fucking go. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, fuck off. Fuck off. Yes, fuck off.